Hello everyone, back with another video. I wanted to talk about the power of patience. Okay. Um, During the quarantine, I've had an opportunity to kind of sit in my thoughts and self-reflect on a lot of things that have happened in my life. And it has been painful for me for some days, but at the same time, the epiphanies and the revelations that I've had have helped me to realize that this is something that I need to work on in my life, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to actually slow down and fix this part of myself. Um, Again, patience has always been an issue for me. I look back on a lot of things in my life and I'm just like, I have rushed or attempted to rush so many things. I've always wanted it now, today, this week. Why is it taking so long? I don't understand. Where's the house? Where's the car? Where's the man? Where's all of these things? Like, I wanted it right now. And everything that I've wanted right now has crashed and burned. And I've had to start from ground zero and trying to get things back in my life. And it really didn't hit me how big of a problem this was until we went in quarantine. And I was like, I really don't have any patience. How am I going to fix this? First of all, I go to God in prayer and I ask for help. But something that I was doing was starting to help me realize how to fix my problem. So I'm praying to God, I'm talking to God, and I'm figuring everything out. But then I started painting. And well, let me give you a little bit backstory on my painting, on me painting, and I'll tell you how painting helped me to realize how to become more patient. So I started painting and drawing like when I was in kindergarten with my grandmother. And then I stopped, like, painting, and I started drawing more so. So that's a gift that was activated in me by my grandmother, also by my mother. But as time went on, going into my 30s, like, I started painting a little more, but it was just, just random, whatever. But going into quarantine, like, I was actually able to say, hey, let me teach myself how to paint. And I had time to do it. I got the material and the paint and the sponges and the all of those things that I needed. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to teach myself how to do certain techniques, and I'm going to figure certain things out. And I would find things to paint, or I would create a vision in my head and I would try to implement it and try to do it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a mistake, but I'll try again. And there were times when I saw a vision or had a vision in my head, and I would try on the first time, it didn't work out, and I would get frustrated, you know? Or there was times where it would be like, I'm taking so long on this painting. Why is it taking so long? This is so frustrating. And what I wasn't realizing was that paintings don't happen overnight, especially when you want them to look a certain way and you want a certain detail. It's going to take time. So if teaching myself how to paint and making my visions can't come true, I've learned that I have to have patience and faith that everything will work out. I've had to buy all of the right material in order to make the right investments in order to see my visions come true. I've had to learn that I have to take my time and be patient and give love to every stroke on that painting so I can see the right results. And it has brought some sort of calmness to my life. It's been therapeutic, but it's brought some sort of calmness to my life, and it helped me to realize that things take time and you must have patience, and everything happens on God's time. I heard a song the other day by uh, a group called OutKast, along with Goodie Mob and CeeLo. It's called In Due Time, right? And the chorus goes like this: you just keep your faith in me. Don't act impatiently. You get where you need to be in due time. Even when things go slow, hold on and don't let go. I'll give you what I owe in due time. So that's the chorus that CeeLo was singing. But to me, That's almost equivalent to God talking to me. Just keep your faith. Just keep your faith in me. Don't act impatiently. You get where you need to be in due time. So if I put my faith in God and don't act all hostile and crazy, like, why is this not happening for me? Don't act impatiently. Everything will happen when it's supposed to happen. So circling back around to my self-reflections and my, just looking back at my life, there are so many things that I've wanted right now and it hasn't happened. And again, I've crashed and I've burned and it just didn't work out because I was being impatient. I had no faith. I had no trust in God that everything will work out. Again, when things go slow, hold on and don't let go. I'll give you what I owe in due time. I just didn't understand, why is this not happening right now? That's not the way life goes. I had to understand that I'll get what I am owed. Things will happen, but I have to wait. Okay, life is not a circus. It's not a magic show where abracadabra, you tap the hat and everything just boom comes about. No. And I know it makes me seem very naive and delusional as to things happening right there and then, but we all have our flaws. Some people's flaws are bigger than others, but we come to these points in our lives where we realize that we have to fix them. Okay? So I've always listened to that song in due time, off and on, but it really hit home as I got older, especially during this time where I'm taking care of this major flaw of not being patient. I want to read 2 scriptures as well. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 18, it says, a hot-tempered man stirs up strife, but he who is slow to anger quiets contention. So it's like, here you are, this impatient person, hot-tempered. Why is this not happening? I don't get it. You have to be able to go slow into a situation and say, you know what? It's not my time right now. It's not going to happen right now. This marriage is not going to happen right now. This job is not going to happen right now. Okay? These things are not going to happen. So bring your anger down to a calmness and just know that what is meant for you is going to happen if you just keep your faith in God. And hey, if it doesn't happen, just know that God has something even better for you. That's the best part about life. That one thing that you may want, in some cases, may not be for you. Just know that God has something better. That is amazing to even know that could be. Another scripture, Psalms chapter 40, verse 1. I waited patiently for the Lord. He inclined to me and heard my cry. God hears you. God sees you. He knows that you want to be in a wonderful marriage. He knows that you want to repair your life. He knows that you want that beautiful house. He knows that you want a child. He knows that you do not want to feel depression and anxiety anymore. He sees you and he hears your cry. But if you wait patiently for the Lord, he will help you to overcome and obtain those things. You have to center yourself and know that everything will come to be when it's supposed to be. But you have to be patient. So just to wrap everything up, I just thank God for putting painting in my life to help me to understand that the vision that I want will not happen overnight. I have to teach myself certain things. I have to invest in certain things. I have to take my time in order for what I see with my paintings to come true. That takes time. So that's equivalent to, if I want a certain job, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not deserved right then and there. I have to make sure that I'm reading about my craft and I'm studying and I'm putting in the work and I'm taking the time so that my vision of becoming whatever I would like will come true. That husband that I want is not going to come overnight just like that. I have to make sure that I'm tending to myself and putting in the work and making sure that I'm okay with me before any other partner or anybody comes into my life. And the list goes on of all the things that I must be patient for that I don't have yet. So also, one more thing, I want to say that during this time of this quarantine, you may not have your epiphanies, you may not have your self-reflections, but at some point in your life, something's going to happen to you that's going to make you crash in a way, or is going to stop you in a way to make you look at yourself and help you to realize how detrimental you're being to yourself and to other people. Please, I pray that everybody has those epiphanies and that they seek to understand themselves. Okay? So that they can go out into the world and prosper. Remember, be patient, and I hope that whatever flaws that you do have, that you improve them and you become better. Okay? All right, you guys, take care.